wood chips for our pathways, but we may be laying some brick down. In the center, we're doing 2 big circles in infinity, which is representative of the 8 steps of atonement.
And what's the purpose?
We're going to be memorializing victims of murder in this area and the surrounding area as part of our atonement as men for allowing our community to collapse. And so where you see this string that encircles the field, we knew whenever you build a garden, a lot of times people expect you to have a fence up. But my purpose was not to keep people out of my garden. It was invite people into our space, so that we can remember those who died and we can all have access to the food that's over here. And so what we're going to do is we're building a fruit tree fence. And so we're going to grow the branches sideways, which they call a spalier. And so the fence will get up about this tall, but it'll be alive and it'll be fruit hanging off. So anybody can walk up and pluck an apple or pluck a pear or pluck some figs, and you space those about 7 feet apart. And so based on the measurement of this field, we're going to need about 43 fruit trees. So we've already pulled the demographics on all the murder victims in this area, and we're going to be reaching out to 43 families. We want each family of a murder victim to come and plant a tree in the name of the person that was slain. And when we have our grand opening, we'll bring all the families together. We're going to have a big day of grief auditing where we service the families with counselors from our community that actually care. Our people carry a lot of weight, and they've learned not to really deal with them people, inviting people into your life to help you. A lot of times it does not go the way that we expect. So a lot of times when counseling is offered to our families after that kind of a tragedy, they decline. They just don't want the drama. They don't trust it. So we have counselors that come from our community that are super effective, that we're going to service these families to get some of the weight of this grief up off of them so that we can go along and not be operating under post-traumatic stress syndrome-like circumstances. So we're very excited. We expect the grand opening to be this March.
Was there a ceremony to kick off the creation? Or are you going to just...
Well, no, we started just working with the youngsters around here, and they've been coming in. We had our farm school this summer where we had a bunch of children that we were training on how to build this garden. And so after we left the classroom, they came over here and started building. So really, rather than a ceremony to kick this off, we were actually looking to cultivate the people who would cultivate the land.
Okay.
But more important for us even than cultivating the land was cultivating our young people to actually do this. And so now, at this stage of the game, I don't even have to come out to the field. They come over. They know exactly what to do. They know how to do it. If they don't, they come and get me and ask. But they come over after school, and they know where I keep the tools. They go and get the tools. They bring them out here. And they're working on these beds. These beds are all hand double dug. They chop in quail manure, and they got a lasagna layering system of compost right in the bed. It takes about 6 hours per bed, because it's all by hand, and they're digging. After they clear the first foot of soil out, they go under that, and they clear the second foot out. They break up all that hard compacted clay. It's like brick sometimes, very heavy. They break it all up, and the beds are about 40 square feet.
So each bed is going to represent what, a victim?
No, the beds are just where we're looking at doing our food security. So
I got you.
We grow a lot of food in these beds. Like this one right here was the first one they did, and it's okra and it's hibiscus.
There's a tall one over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that hibiscus is starting to bloom. The children have already started making hibiscus tea from stuff we had stored away. And so they'll be doing the same with this over here. We actually, this Thursday, if you're available, we have some scientists from Auburn University coming over. They're going to establish, we're giving them a few beds to establish an experiment station growing native strawberries over here. And so we have some entomologists, some plant pathologists, some horticulturalists, some agronomists who are going to come out. They got a grant, so they're bringing raised bed wood, they're bringing compost, mushroom compost, and it's going to be really nice. So we have strawberries over here. We're going to be planting Brussels sprouts for the fall, cabbage, broccoli, lettuce and things of that nature, so that we can start eating together and feeding, one another. And we actually also have a food pantry where we go to the East Alabama Food Bank, and a lot of the families over here now, we're able to get 40, 50-pound boxes of food for them. And we want our children to be very, very aware of the responsibility of not only feeding yourself and your family, but making sure the families around you have food. And that's how you start to really develop the idea of food security.